Most of you are not having all of that at the same time. You typically, every conversation you're having usually has one, maybe two of those components. If you're lucky, three, and rarely, if ever, all four. And then you're trying to compromise. And that puts you in a situation where you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Or maybe it's a triangle and you're trying to put it into a square, right? But bottom line, it always takes a little bit of maneuvering and massaging to make this stuff go. And that is not how you win. That's how you're always working really hard. You're working twice as hard for half as much. And we want to make sure that is eliminated. And how that is eliminated is by getting you ready to be scalable, is making sure that you do have an avatar with a bleeding neck problem that is clearly identified, that you're leading them on a prospect journey that is ideally suited for the person who has the bleeding neck problem. You're not trying to bring in people who are just sore or people who are thinking about it. You're bringing in the people who have that problem, because if somebody's got a bleeding neck problem, they need it solved now. They're not here to think about it and hope over time to figure out if there's a solution worthy of their investment, right? You want to make sure that that is all happening. And the metric of significance in our world is qualified booked appointments. We're talking to, a prospect right now has got a big list. We're negotiating a contract right now, and they want to bring us in. They have a big list that they've purchased of leads, and they're good leads. They're well targeted leads, but they are foreign to them, right? So we are now going to have to engage these people, introduce them to a concept, introduce them to our client, get them familiar to understand that these people are the ones that they need to be serving, and then bring them into our world. But they're, even though they're a good target, it's not a well qualified lead, because they don't even know our client exists, right? So it's not just do they fit the avatar, it's do they know you? Do they know you exist? Do you know that these people have the exact problem that you need? And do you clearly identify with what is the consequence of not solving it? And are they clear about it? Do they have consensus on their end that this is a problem, that it's a problem that needs to be solved, and that you're the person who can solve it? If they don't have consensus on all of that, then it's not a qualified booked appointment, right? It's still on a journey. And so we spent all of our time strategizing on that, systematizing that, putting that together so that we can get qualified booked appointments on autopilot. Then it eliminates the necessity for you to have influential badasses, persuasive powerhouse